Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic. I just got done with a workout, so my hair is still kind of wet from the shower. Don't worry, it's not sweat. I just noticed how sweat has the word wet in it. Did you guys notice that? Am I slow? Huh. I never even considered this before. Today I'm going to talk about another compatibility in the Zodiac world. And this is the compatibility between a Virgo Libra cusp and an Aries Taurus cusp. An Aries Taurus would love to go out with you and dress up. Like, they would do that for you. You both care about being attractive to one another and kind of keeping that up. And you both do kind of care still about how others perceive you as a couple. But I would say that an Aries Taurus wouldn't go as far with all that. You both are still very open-minded, and you would have this magnetic pull towards an Aries Taurus. You would fall hard and very easily, and it might start to feel a little unstable over time. And money might become an obstacle. Dollar bill. You both like pretty things, you like high quality things, and you can still be very pragmatic and down to earth on your own. So you might feel a little out of control with an Aries Taurus. Your priorities would change, and Netflix and chill can become quite a routine for you two, more like a trap. So make sure you change things up. If you guys stay together, make sure you don't fall into the rut of always staying inside and watching TV, or, you know, just not going out or changing things up. Things can be really nice in the moment, but don't be afraid to keep reaching out and trying to move forward and doing more. That's very important for both of you. Your environment has a huge influence on your lifestyle. You might be a little too controlling or manipulative for your Aries Taurus. They are much more laid back and easygoing than you. Being friends first for a while really works out for you guys. Especially when it becomes more than friends. It's good if you guys already have established a friendship instead of just meeting each other, falling in love. It's something like that works better in the long run. Keep that in mind. Remember that even though you might seem like you're on the same page, it's very important for you to be open with how you're feeling with them. They're direct, they cut to the chase, and you know, they're the cusp of power. They don't go around in circles kind of in the same way you do. So make sure you're open about how you're feeling and you just let them know. Behind closed doors, you guys get really weird. Like, you have your own thing going on, your own unique couple, and people don't see that. You're very good at maintaining a facade for other people. You like your privacy, but at the same time you might be a little too clingy, so keep looking out for that. Make sure you're not becoming too needy or clingy. For an Aries Taurus, you gotta stick to your values, and remember that it's good to be stubborn sometimes. You have to do that to get what you want. Put your foot down. Money is very important to the both of you, and sometimes your relationship can turn into being more about work than prioritizing each other. You really want to be able to support each other, and there's that sense of, I need to work so I can support you kind of thing. You will motivate each other's careers in that way too, so that's a positive. Never date an Aries Taurus coworker. You do not want to do that. Don't date a coworker in general, but don't date an Aries Taurus coworker, okay? So they can be very distracting for you with your work, and then your work will become less about work and more about them, and you don't want that, trust me. And in return, they might feel kind of like you're suffocating them a little bit. You both are partners when you actually work on like projects or activities together. You're on the same playing field, which is nice. There's like this equal relationship. Not one of you is the boss, not one of you is beneath the other. It feels like anything is possible. If you aren't allowed to see each other, things will blow up. So make sure you're kind of maintaining that. Do not get lost in each other. A lot of the time we like lose ourselves in relationships, and you will hate yourself for that. And then you'll start to resent them for that. And that's not going to be good. So you might really have to make some tough decisions and compromise a lot more in this relationship. Sex is definitely a strong suit of this combination. Things get very heated. You have to be into each other physically for things to work out. If there's not that physical attraction, even if everything else is there, then too bad. There is this magnetic pull between the two of you. No joke. Having kids can be kind of tricky with you, but it's not on you. It's not going to be your problem. It's more the kids' problems, because as parents, you guys can be you can put a lot of pressure on your kids. Like, you'll want what's best for them, and you'll have like an idea of who you want them to be, but you'll have to deal with them feeling like you're too pushy about that. So just be aware to like let your kids be your kids and just like be themselves, and not like who you want to chisel them to be. Cleanliness is very important to you, so make sure that you don't put too much pressure on your Aries Taurus about that too. You do have a bad side, and a lot of negative emotions come out sometimes, and when you're like upset or you have these negative feelings, sometimes you can do things that you regret. You might act impulsively, or you just might end up taking actions that later on you'll be like, why did I do that, you know? You have a very addictive personality. When you want something, you hold on tight. You do get obsessed with people, and you have to be careful not to get obsessed with your Aries Taurus. It can become very unhealthy and bad for your relationship. You both are very picky about the pleasures in life, and you attract really interesting people. You surround yourself with people who also like your peculiar taste, like you have that in common. You're not the best at expressing your feelings, and neither is your Aries Taurus. Communication is probably going to be something you'll have to work on with them. Breakups are never easy, but with this couple, heartbreak is insanely difficult, and you don't get over it very easily. But you're someone who learns from your mistakes or your experiences a lot, and this experience that you have, if you do have a breakup with them, will kind of teach you a lesson, and you'll use it and you'll take it with you, and you'll apply it to your next relationship. You have a way of remembering the good and kind of trying to move away from the bad. You can separate those pretty well. A long-term commitment is very possible with this combination. In fact, it happens very often, and it has a high success rate, so definitely keep that in mind. If you're looking for a lover, an Aries Taurus, wink wink, might be a good idea. But just keep in mind everything else I said, okay? You both share a lot when it comes to your lifestyle and your environment, so I would definitely keep this in your little matchmaking book. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. But anyway, subscribe to my channel and keep watching. Also, let me know if you have experienced this combo or if you're dating an Aries Taurus or, you know, vice versa. Let me know. I would love to know like more about your relationship. So yeah, bye.